Well, good afternoon to everybody watching at home as we are live from the Jack Manley Wellness and Athletics Center here on the campus of the Community College of Baltimore County, Catonsville, as men's basketball action is just about ready to get underway between the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals and the Community College of Beaver County Titans. Hello, everyone. I'm Isaac Donsky here to bring you the action today. Today's matchup is an intriguing one, the first game of conference play for both of these teams. Catonsville enters this contest 2-4 on the season. Their last game, they scored a hard-fought 74-66 victory over Jamestown. The Cardinals, of course, led by the dynamic duo of Kyrie Banks, who averaging 14 points a game, and Damian Hopkins, averaging 3.3 assists per game, 2.3 steals per game, and of course, always have to watch out for big Christopher Johnson, an average of 8 rebounds per contest. Meanwhile, Beaver County has had a stellar start to the season, 3-1 on the year. They're coming off their first loss of the season, an 80-75 loss to Montgomery College just last night. Now, unfortunately, weren't able to get any information on the players, though stats were available on their website, but worse things have happened. We'll work with what we can. Coaches for today's games for the Cardinals is Great White, the fiercest name in all of sports. And for Beaver County, it's first-year head coach Tyler Kerr. Now we can go ahead and give everyone at home the starting lineups for today's matchup in just 1 second. For the starting lineups for today's game, we start with the visiting Titans of Beaver County. We introduce their starting lineup. Freshman guard number 0, Paul Rodolph from Manchester, New Hampshire. Freshman guard number 10, Anthony Henderson from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Freshman forward number 11, Tanner Mathis from Beaver, Pennsylvania. Freshman guard number 23, Keir Henning Taylor from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And sophomore guard number 22, Daniel Felix from Columbus, Ohio. Now the starting lineup for your Catonsville Cardinals. Starting guard, freshman number 1, Keith Bullock Jr. from Cardozo High School. Freshman guard number 2, Damian Hopkins from Oakland Mills High School. Sophomore guard number 3, Joaquin Gonzalez from McKinley Tech. Freshman point guard number 5, Kyrie Banks from Surrattsville. And freshman small forward number 15, Austin Smith from Randallstown. Now for the PA announcements and introduce the starting lineups. Once again, here's the voice of the Cardinals, Mr. Richard Keller. All right, about set to get ready under. So we're all set here. Titans in white with yellow numbers. Cardinals red with silver numbers. Correction on the starting lineup. I had mistakenly said Kier Henning Taylor would be starting for the Titans. That was a mistake. It's actually John Taylor, freshman guard number 14 from Salisbury, Maryland. Tanner Mathis and Austin Smith. To tip it off, Titans will get possession off the tip-off, and we're underway for the second part of today's doubleheader. Catonsville versus Beaver County, and right off the bat, a charge called against Felix, Daniel Felix. Players, note to keep your eyes on folks for the Cardinals. Of course, the dynamic duo, Damian Hopkins, Kyrie Banks, and of course, Joaquin Gonzalez, who does not miss. Bullock to Gonzalez, back to Bullock, directs traffic. Finds Banks. Banks, under pressure from Felix, goes back to Bullock. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Bullock out to Hopkins. Hopkins charges the basket, puts up a layup, got it. Catonsville takes a 2-0 lead. There's an errant pass from Felix. He was trying to find Anthony Henderson, and Henderson stepped out of bounds. Possession will go over to the Cardinals. Here is Banks. Gonna do it himself. Driving to the basket and is knocked out of there by Felix. That was an aggressive block by Daniel Felix, the sophomore guard from Columbus, Ohio. Ball knocked out of bounds. Cardinals will inbounds it. Bullock will do the honors. Finds Banks. Banks goes to Hopkins. And Hopkins caught taking too many steps. That's a traveling violation. Titans will take possession. Paul Rodoff will inbounds it for the Titans. Rodoff finds Henderson. Henderson goes out to Felix. Felix back to Henderson. Henderson for three, drains it. Here's Hopkins trying to cross up his opponent. Boxed in, goes out to Bullock. Bullock, under pressure, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound, Mathos. Felix to Rodoff. Rodoff puts up a floater, no good. Henderson with the rebound, goes to Rodoff again. Rodoff for three, drains it. Titans have taken a quick 6-2 lead here early in the first half. Check that, that was from 2, so it'll be a 5-2 lead. Bullock directing traffic. Goes to Hopkins. Hopkins is tripped up. That's going to be a foul. Bullock will inbounds it for the Cardinals. Goes to Banks. Banks will go out to Hopkins. Hopkins back to Banks. Bullock holding it. And he passes it right into the foot of Rodoff. That will be a kicked ball. And Bullock will inbounds it. Bullock inbounds it to Hopkins. Hopkins charges the basket, goes out to Gonzalez. Gonzalez finds Bullock out to Banks. Banks got to get a shot off. 12 seconds left. Goes to Bullock. Titans are playing tight defense here. Bullock, dangerous low shot to Gonzalez. Gonzalez drives to the basket. Rebound, Mathos. Henderson. Nifty passing there. They go to Felix in the corner for a shot, drains it. Cardinals have found themselves in an early hole, down 9-2. Here is Banks for three, airballs it, no good. Ball falls out of bounds. Possession will go over to the Titans. Not the best start that Catonsville wanted. Henderson carrying it up court. Henderson passes to Felix. Felix out to Rodolph. Rodolph for three. Got it. The Titans are not missing. Now down 10 early. Catonsville's fallen into a big hole. Going to be difficult to get out of this one. Passes to Banks. Banks finds Gonzalez. Gonzalez for three. Got it. Joaquin Gonzalez. That'll actually count for two. He was on the line. Still, Joaquin Gonzalez breaks the scoring trap for the Cardinals. Henderson charges the basket. Passes out to Taylor. Taylor misses. Rebound picked up by Hopkins. Hopkins flips it out to Banks. Out to Bullock. Bullock flips it back out to Banks. Banks back to Bullock. Bullock will find Hopkins. Hopkins fakes a jumper, instead passes it out. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Drained by Bullock. 6-point lead for the Titans. Rodolph flips it out to Felix. Felix contested, finds Henderson in the corner for three. No good. Rebound Mathos. Mathos puts up a shot, no good. Rebound Henderson. Henderson blocked by Gonzalez, and a foul is called. So Anthony Henderson will shoot two for the Titans. Drains the first. Now for a second, Henderson drains that as well. 14-6 the lead with about 15 minutes to go in the first half. Cardinals looking to respond. Hopkins out to Banks. Back to Hopkins. Hopkins sliding through traffic, tries to put up a shot, partially blocked by Mathos, rebounded by Henderson. Taylor drives to the basket, and a foul is going to be called against Gonzalez. Entering the game now for both teams. For the Titans, number 5, Malcolm Murphy, and number 3, Devon Hemmer. Entering for Catonsville, number 0, Christopher Johnson. Johnson sat out Friday's game against Jamestown. Good to see him back in the Good to see him back coming off the bench. Here's Rodolph. Rodolph caught traveling. Turnover to the Cardinals. Bullock finds Gonzalez. Ball knocked out of bounds. The possession's going to the Titans. Henderson finds Rodolph. Rodolph finds Felix. Felix charges into the paint, loses control of the ball. Picked up by Henderson. Goes out to Hemmer. Hemmer misses. Rebound. Felix tipped around. And Bullock pulls it down. Now Bullock directing traffic. Bullock finds Gonzalez in the corner. Gonzalez for three. No good. Bounced off the backboard. Murphy to Rodolph. Back to Murphy. Murphy from deep in three range. No good. Gonzalez with the rebound. Hopkins. Boxed into the corner. Passes out to Bullock. Bullock to Gonzalez. Gonzalez over to Hopkins. Hopkins charges, puts up a floater, got it. Catonsville pulls to within 6 points. Now Rodolph, sliding his way through traffic, kind of gives the ball up and a foul called. And Bullock just limped off the court in pain. Kyrie Banks entering the game to replace Bullock. Keith Bullock Jr. tried to grab a rebound, came down awkwardly, let out a swear, and is now limping off the court. We hope he's okay. Traveling violation called on Henderson. Cardinals will take over, down 6 with 13 minutes and 3 seconds to go in the first half. On the floor for the Cardinals, Hopkins, Gonzalez, Banks, Austin Smith, who has yet to touch the ball, and Christopher Johnson. Gonzalez flips it out to Hopkins. Here's Johnson from the corner. No good. Rebound Mathos. Bit of a scrum there. And a foul called on Banks, who can't believe it. Into the game now for the Titans, number 2, Rafiq Sermons. He replaces Henderson. Rodolph with the ball. Rodolph finds Murphy. Murphy with the floater, got it, falls on top of Johnson. No basket. Charge is called. Excuse me. Basket stays. Correction, yes, that was a charge. No basket was called. Gonzalez, deep, no good. Bounced out. Smith with the rebound. Flips it to Banks. Banks charges. Ball knocked out of his hands. Picked up by Sermons. Sermons defended by Gonzalez. Finds Murphy. Murphy goes to the big man in the middle, Mathos. Mathos slips back out to Sermons. Rodolph back to Sermons. Sermons for three. No good. Rebound, Banks. Banks to Gonzalez. Wide open. Gonzalez flips it in. And Catonsville has lowered the deficit to 4. Good fight from the Cardinals here. After falling into an early pit, they fought back. Now could the defense hold? Murphy spinning, trying to get an advantage. Travel. Too many steps. That's the break Catonsville needed. Here's Hopkins. Finds Gonzalez. No good. Rodolph on the rebound, flips it to Murphy. Murphy puts up a shot blocked by Gonzalez, and he steals it away from him. Gonzalez, under pressure, flips it out to Hopkins. Hopkins back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez goes to Johnson in the corner. Johnson drives to the basket, puts up a shot, and is fouled. It'll be 2 shots for Christopher Johnson. First one dances around the rim and is out. Johnson sinks his second, and it's a 3-point game. Not seen in all that, Joaquin Gonzalez was all the way back on the other side of the court, directing traffic, and a quick foul is going to be called here against Hopkins. Hopkins leaving the game, and it's good to see Keith Bullock Jr. back in the game after he limped off the court with an apparent, or looks like he's back in. All good, still stretching his foot out a little bit. Here's Rodolph. Heavy defense, goes to Mathos. Mathos slips it out to Murphy. Murphy for free, no good. The scoring drought continues for the Titans. So explosive out of the gun. As Banks contested, ball knocked up, and a foul is called on Tanner Mathis. That'll mean Banks will go to the line, shooting 2. As I was saying, Beaver County so explosive right out the gate. Found themselves in a bit of a scoring drought as Banks sinks his first free throw to make it a 2-point game. As Daniel Felix re-enters the game for the Titans, number 22, the big 6'4" sophomore from Columbus, Ohio. Banks drains it. It's a 1-point game, ladies and gentlemen, after the Cardinals fell behind by 10 points in the opening 2 minutes of this contest. They've clawed their way back to within a point. Rodolph for 3, no good. Murphy with the rebound. Now Murphy goes to Hemmer in the corner. Hemmer drains it, and the scoring drought ends for the Titans. Here's Smith with a layup. Got it. It's back to a 2-point game as Austin Smith gets his first points of the game. Sermons passes out to Murphy. Murphy to Rodolph. Rodolph out to Sermons. Sermons to Murphy. Murphy to Hemmer. Nearly got it, knocked out of bounds. And they're going to give it to Catonsville. It looks like Felix pushed it out of bounds when he was trying to corral it. Bullock directing traffic. Bullock goes to Gonzalez. Ball knocked out of bounds, and Gonzalez flips it back to Henderson. Henderson slams it down. Timeout taken by Catonsville. 9 minutes, 6 seconds to go in the first half. The score 19-15 in favor of the Titans. Coming out of that timeout, Catonsville clawed their way back from a 10-point deficit, but the Titans have gone on another scoring splurge. Still, it's just a 4-point game. Here is Gonzalez. Passes to Banks. Banks almost loses control. Felix was playing tough defense. Banks to Johnson. There's a violation there against the Cardinals. Titans will take over, and into the game for Catonsville is big Trayshawn Warren, the 6'8", 265-pound freshman forward from Newtown High School. Keep your eyes on him, folks. That's a quick foul called there against Banks. Banks a little too up close and personal with Henderson, and that'll send Henderson to the line as Banks exits the game and Damian Hopkins re-enters the game. So the lineup on the floor now: Bullock, Hopkins, Warren, Gonzalez, and Johnson. Gonzalez, the only member of the starting 5 that has not left the game yet. And they're going to catch the Titans for jumping too soon. That was a foul on Felix. Bullock will inbounds it. Fakes like he was going to go deep to Warren. Instead, he passes out to Gonzalez. Gonzalez flips it to Hopkins. Hopkins under pressure from Henderson. Henderson with a bit of a reach there. No call. Here's Warren. Gets it. Warren, an immediate impact as he enters the game with his first points. Looked like he was going to try and slam dunk it, but not enough power on the jump. Now Murphy. Warren right in his face. He has to pass back out to Taylor. Back to Murphy. Murphy passes over to Henderson. Henderson stepped out of bounds. Possession to the Cardinals. Good defense from Catonsville here. Down 2 with 8 minutes to go in the first half. Hopkins drives to the basket. No look. Warren with the rebound. Puts it up. No good. Rebound. Safely nestles into the hands of Bullock, who puts up a quick jumper. No good. Felix rebounds it. Flips it out to Henderson. Henderson nearly runs into Bullock. And Henderson swarmed. Ball knocked out of bounds. And possession will go to the Cardinals. Catonsville's defense tightened up where they needed to. And another turnover. Here is Hopkins. Hopkins finds Gonzalez. Back to Hopkins. Hopkins goes to Bullock. Bullock feigns a 3. Instead passes to Hopkins. Hopkins to Warren. Warren with the shot. Got it. Trayshawn Warren has 4 points, and he's only been in the game for less than a minute. Felix spinning around. Loses control. And in all the excitement of the last possession, I forgot to note, folks, that the score is now tied 19 apiece. Catonsville has clawed their way back as a foul has been called here on the Cardinals, and that will send Felix to the line to shoot 2. Entering the game now for Catonsville, making his first appearance, is freshman guard number 11, Jalen Yates from Baltimore City College High School. Felix, with 1 shot, got it, nailed it, gives Beaver County, he does have 2, gives Beaver County a 1-point lead. Felix nails both, and it's back to a 2-point lead for the Titans. Here's Yates to Hopkins, drained it. Catonsville has their first lead of the game. Murphy from 3. No good. Warren trying to get the rebound, and he tips it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez passes out to Hopkins. Hopkins quickly passes to Yates. Yates feints a 3. Instead passes back I got a little too handsy with it. That's going to be a violation. Ball will go over to the Titans. Taylor, very fast off the inbounds pass, puts up a shot, no good. Gonzalez with the rebound. Gonzalez caught traveling, no basket. A bit of a commotion there, waiting to see what it's about. The refs are going to rule that a jump ball. Catonsville will get possession. Lucky break there for the Cardinals. Gonzalez will inbound it, directing traffic from the sideline. Passes out to Johnson. Johnson puts up a shot, no good. Rebound, almost collected by Hopkins. There's a scrum. Hopkins got it. He flips it out to Nick Moore, who's entered the game. Moore passes to Yates. Yates drains a three. Jalen Yates with a big three, extending the lead for the Cardinals. They lead by 4, 25-21. Nick Moore into the game now, number 10. That's a three by Hemmer. And that makes it a 1-point game with 5 minutes and 47 seconds to go. Hopkins. Finds Moore. Puts up a shot, no good. Rebound, Murphy. Murphy to Felix. Back to Murphy. Over to Taylor. Taylor back to Felix, to header, no good on the three. Rebound scooped up by Taylor. Taylor dips it to header. Header tries it, it's blocked by Gonzalez and a foul. So Devon Hemmer will go to the line, shooting 2. Misses the first. That means that the best the Titans can do now is tie it up. Hemmer for the tie. Sinks it. We're tied at 25. And now entering the game for Felix is Paul Rodolph. On the floor for Catonsville, Johnson, Yates, Moore, Gonzalez, and Hopkins. Hopkins to Gonzalez. Gonzalez has been a bit cold today in terms of shooting. He's coming off a 33-point game last time out. He flips it to Johnson. Johnson needs to find somebody, finds Gonzalez. Gonzalez gets knocked to the ground. Ball stolen away by Rodolph. Now Henderson passes out to Murphy. Murphy to Header. Header puts up a shot, got it, and the lead has been retaken by the Titans. Hopkins trying to answer. Instead, he flips it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez out to Johnson. Johnson charges the basket, puts up a shot, no good. Murphy scoops it up, passes out to Header, and Header is just going to toss it out of bounds. He was looking for Taylor. Instead, he found the Catonsville bench. Kyrie Banks and Trayshawn Warren entering the game for the Cardinals as Yates and Moore head to the bench. Johnson inbounds it to Hopkins, and we're back underway with 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Gonzalez finds Warren. Warren fights for it, contested, got it! You will not deny the big man. Warren has 6. Here's Hopkins, swiped at by Warren. Excuse me, that was Murphy being swiped at. And a foul is going to be called on Warren there. A little too handsy. Murphy shooting 2, nails the first. That will give the lead back to the Titans. Murphy's second also nails it. It's a 2-point lead now for Catonsville. Gonzalez, Banks, Hopkins, back to Banks, back to Hopkins. Hopkins for 3, no good, rebound Murphy. Murphy fires out to Taylor, back to Murphy. Murphy will go for 3. No good. Rebound header, puts up a weird shot, and Banks is able to grab it. Banks charges to the basket. Got it! Ties it up. Kyrie Banks doing what he does best, the leading scorer this season so far for the Cardinals. Scoring an average of 14 points a game, and he's getting it done today as he ties it up once again for the Cardinals. Murphy out to Taylor. Taylor for 3, no good. Rebound, Rodolph. Murphy with another chance for a 3, no good again. Rebound once again goes to the Titans. Now Murphy charges the basket, finds Henderson, and Henderson drains it. Another 3 makes it 32-29 in favor of the Titans. Gonzalez, back to Banks. Banks to Hopkins. Hopkins finds nothing on that side, goes back to Banks. Banks directs traffic, goes to Gonzalez. Gonzalez over the middle to Johnson. Johnson with a shot, got it! 1-point game, Cardinals down 31-32 with 2 minutes, 16 seconds to go in the first half. Rodolph almost lost control there, flips it to Murphy, over to Taylor. Taylor, back to Murphy. Back to Rodolph. Rodolph for 3. Got it! Beaver County has been stellar from beyond the 3-point line. Here's Warren. Charging to the basket, falls down, and a charge is going to be called. That sounded painful, and Warren is in a bit of pain. Big man is helped to his feet. Looks to be okay. The foul is going to be against the Titans, so Warren will go to the line for 2. Warren shooting 2. No good. It looks like Murphy may have jumped too soon. At least what the refs are saying. One more shot for Warren. Warren, no good. Titans. Here's Henderson from 3, no good. Rebound Murphy. Murphy finds header. Header for 3, got it. Boy, Beaver County is burying Catonsville with 3-pointers. Hopkins. Banks for 3. Bang, got it. Makes it a 4-point game with 1 minute to go here in the first half. 38-34. Beaver County leads it. Henderson, no good. Rebound Banks. Banks finds Bullock. Bullock to Gonzalez, back to Bullock. Bullock for 3, no good. Ball sailed out of bounds, possession to the Titans. Rodoff will just let it roll down to the near side of the court. Ball knocked out of bounds. Austin Smith now entering the game to replace Trayshawn Warren. Cardinals now have their starting rotation, their starting five, all on the floor. Taylor looks for Murphy, finds his face instead, and with 22 seconds to go, the shot clock has been turned off. Catonsville with a chance to pull within one if they can get a three. Hopkins formulating a plan. 10 seconds. 8 seconds. 7 seconds. Hopkins has got to make a move. Hopkins goes to Banks. 2 seconds. Banks puts up a shot. No good. And that's how the first half ends, ladies and gentlemen. The score 38-34 in favor of the Titans. Quick halftime stats. Damian Hopkins leads the way in points for the Cardinals with 7 points. Leading the way in rebounds is Joaquin Gonzalez with 4. Assists is a tie between Hopkins and Gonzalez, 2 each. Meanwhile, for the Titans, leading the way in points is Devon Hemmer with 12. Anthony Henderson not far behind with 10. Leading the way in rebounds, Henderson with 6, tied with Malcolm Murphy, who also has 6. Assists, a tie between Felix and Murphy, 2 each. We'll be right back in 15 minutes for the second half of today's action. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Jack Manley Wellness and Athletic Center, as we are ready for the second half here. This basketball match between the Cardinals of CCBC Catonsville and the Titans of the Community College of Beaver County. It's been an entertaining first half, back and forth. Titans jumped out to a 10-point lead before Catonsville clawed their way back. The two teams have been exchanging pot shots ever since. The score 38-34 in favor of the Titans right now. Quick look at the halftime stats. Leading the way for Beaver County has been Devon Hemmer with 12 points, 6 assists for Anthony Henderson, as well as Malcolm Murphy also having six assists. Excuse me, rebounds, not assists. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, Damian Hopkins and Kyrie Banks tied with 7 points each. Statistically, the two teams have been quite close to each other, but there's one major statistical category that the Titans have an advantage in. They've sunk 9 out of 22 three-pointers for a 40.9 percentage from the three-point line. Not the case for Catonsville, 3 of 10 for 30%. Catonsville has been better in the paint, though, going 14 of 30. Other than that, it's been a relatively close game between the two. As we get ready to start the second half, before we start, just once again, as I always do during these broadcasts, a shout out to everyone in the athletic department here at CCBC Catonsville for putting together these games. Shout out to our PA announcer, Richard Keller. Shout out to cameraman Owen for doing a great job as always. And of course, a big thank you to the Community College of Beaver County, coming all the way from northwest of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, to face Catonsville today in what has truly been an exciting game to watch. As the final seconds tick down to halftime, we're ready to begin the second half. Well, let's see if Catonsville can keep up with the scoring onslaught from the three-point line that we have seen from the Titans. On the floor for the Titans, Rodolph, Taylor, Felix, Henderson, and Mathos. On the floor for Catonsville, Smith, Johnson, Gonzalez, Bullock, and Hopkins. Felix will start with the ball, and he flips it to Henderson. Taylor. Taylor gets a nice pick set from Henderson. Fires back to Henderson. Henderson steps back with the shot. No good. Mathos with the rebound. Blocked by Smith, and that's going to be a foul. Smith was reaching over his head. And Coach White not a fan of that. Mathos will go to the line to shoot 2. Mathos, the big 6'7", 200-pound freshman forward from Beaver, Pennsylvania. Sinks his first. I believe those are his first points of the game. That is right, that is his first point of the game. Mathos, second, got it. The score now 40-34 in favor of the Titans. Here's Bullock. Fires out to Hopkins. Hopkins to Gonzalez. Gonzalez has had a quiet day. From 3, Gonzalez, no good. Rebounded by Hopkins. He finds Bullock. Bullock drives towards the basket, thinks twice about it. Boxed in, he's going to have to go to Hopkins. Hopkins, 9 seconds on the shot clock. Gonzalez got to get a shot off. Gonzalez misses again. Smith with the rebound and the finish. Titans now try to respond. It's a 4-point game. Smith streaking in there, almost scored. Mathos falls down. Johnson picks it up. Good defensive play there by the Cardinals, taking advantage of Mathos' mistake. Bullock flips it to Smith. Smith with the floater, no good. Johnson with the rebound, puts up a shot, got it. It's a 2-point game. Catonsville will not go down without a fight. Rodolph charging up, finds Henderson for three, no good. Hits the corner of the basket, where the basket connects. And a foul is going to be called against Gonzalez, and Coach White is furious. Taylor will inbounds it. As the referee is going to wipe down part of the court here for a second. Here, Coach White barking out orders, telling Austin Smith what to do. Good play there. The inbounds pass stolen away by Bullock. Bullock goes to Hopkins. Hopkins back to Bullock. Bullock charges, Hopkins charges and is fouled. The foul was on Mathos. Damian Hopkins goes to the line to shoot two. Sinks the first. Hopkins sinks his second, and the game is tied at 40. Felix driving up court, passes to Henderson. Henderson flips it out to Rodolph. Rodolph flips it off to Taylor. Taylor with three, no good. Ball bounced up, rebound, got by Bullock. Bullock finds Hopkins. Hopkins back to Bullock. Now to Gonzalez. Gonzalez puts up a shot. And that's going to be a foul against Henderson. Henderson fouls Gonzalez. Bullock inbounds it to Hopkins, and we're back underway. Keith Bullock goes to Johnson. Johnson. That's going to be a violation. Johnson's going to be caught for a foul there for an elbow to Felix. Rodolph inbounds it to Felix. Felix under assault. And he was pushed out of bounds by Johnson. Catonsville takes over. Cardinals continuing to play solid defense here. 17 minutes to go in the second half. Bullock steps back, shots, got it! Keith Bullock gives Catonsville the lead. Titans now need to respond. Rodolph, defended by Bullock, sneaks around Bullock, and he's going to be caught for a violation. Check that. Mathos was caught. Foul on Mathos. Cardinals have another chance to score here as Catonsville continues to try and extend their lead. Quick foul called there on Austin Smith. Well, the basketball gods giveth, the basketball gods taketh away. Another foul gives the Titans the ball back as Trayshawn Warren enters the game to replace Smith. Murphy with the deep pass to Rodoff. Rodoff charges to the basket. Johnson gets a finger on it, but it's still good. Titans tie it up. Here is Hopkins. Passes to Bullock. To Gonzalez. Gonzalez's pass. Bullock couldn't get a hand on it. Had to reset here. Bullock, jumper. No one was open. Ball goes out of bounds. Possession goes to the Titans. Felix with the jumper. Rolls in. Beaver County extends their lead to 2. Bullock with the ball, finds Gonzalez. Gonzalez goes back to Bullock. Bullock looking, goes back to Gonzalez, goes to Johnson at the corner. Johnson back to Gonzalez. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gonzalez puts up a shot, no good. Gonzalez tried to get the block on Taylor, no good. Taylor scores, it's a 4-point game now. Warren trying to set a pick for Bullock. Bullock finds Johnson. Johnson puts up a jumper, no good. Rebound taken by Murphy. Murphy finds Henderson. Henderson, nice pass to Rodoff. Rodoff puts up a shot, got it. And suddenly it's a 6-point lead, and Catonsville takes a much-needed timeout. The score 48-42 with 15 minutes to go. Out of the timeout, 15 minutes to go here in the second half. The score 48-42 in favor of the Titans, who've jumped out to a 6-point lead thanks to an explode as they've capitalized on Catonsville mistakes. On the floor for the Cardinals, Bullock, Hopkins, Johnson, Gonzalez, and entering the game, Jalen Yates. Bullock, dangerous pass, puts up a jumper. No good. Rebound, Felix. Felix finds Taylor. Taylor loses track, stolen by Bullock. He's fantastic at doing that. Bullock trying to psych out his opponent, puts up a shot, got it. What a beauty from Keith Bullock. He's got a knack for stealing the ball out of his opponent's hands like he just almost did there to Rodoff and finishing it with a beauty. Henderson puts up a tough shot, gets it. It'll remain a 6-point game, 50-44. Hopkins goes to Bullock. Bullock goes to Gonzalez, back to Bullock. Bullock now finds Johnson. Johnson steps up, shoots, scores. Chris Johnson has just made it a 4-point game. Rodolph now trying to set up a play. He'll go to Felix. Felix back to Rodolph. Rodolph's got a bit of a wide open lane, but Yates is all over him. He goes back to Murphy. Murphy to Felix. Felix for three. No good. Rebound, Yates. Gonzalez from three. No good. It's been that kind of day for Gonzalez. Henderson slips up a bit. Heavily guarded. Goes to Taylor. Taylor puts up a shot. No good. Rebound, Bullock. Keith Bullock, who started this season on the bench, has become an integral part of Catonsville's starting lineup these last few games. Bullock, thanks to a pick from Johnson, slides through the defense, no good, tries to grab his own rebound. It's pitched up and grabbed by Taylor. Taylor pitches it to Henderson. Henderson, Johnson with the block. Nice. Gonzalez scoops up the rebound. Nice block by Chris Johnson. It was a bit messy, but a block's a block. Here's Johnson. Took a few too many steps. Entering the game now for both teams, the leading scorers for both teams. Kyrie Banks enters the game for the Cardinals, and entering the game for the Titans is Devon Hemmer. Murphy charges towards the basket. Dumps it out to Henderson. Henderson back to Rodolph. Rodolph for three. No good. Airballs it. And the ball sails out of bounds. Possession will go to the Cardinals. Gonzalez finds Banks. Banks slips it to Hopkins. Hopkins trying to get through his defenders. No good. Smith trying to grab the rebound. Instead, Felix grabs it. Hemmer with a shot. Got it. Hemmer extends the lead to 6. Cardinals trying to respond. Banks steps back. No good. Rebound grabbed by Felix. And here come the Titans. Murphy straight ahead and scores. No one can touch him. It's an 8-point lead and a timeout called by Catonsville. And a much-needed timeout as, again, the Titans have had an explosion of scoring. The score with 11 and a half minutes to go in the second half, 54-46 in favor of the Titans. And Catonsville, it's taken all Catonsville's got to keep even with them. And it feels like every time the game gets to an even point, the Titans explode. And next thing you know, it's back to a 6 or 8 point game, like it is now. Here's Gonzalez. Gonzalez. Some nifty, got a little too nifty there. Moore tries to scoop it up, but instead it's picked up by Henderson. Henderson blocked by Smith, and that's going to be a foul. That is not what the Cardinals wanted to see. Anthony Henderson will shoot 2. As Trayshawn Warren prepares to enter the game for the Cardinals. Should mention that Nick Moore is into the game for the Cardinals as Austin Smith exits the game, replaced by Warren. It's a 9-point lead for the Titans. Moore to Bullock. Bullock. Heavily defended. Looking for a soft spot in the Titan defense. He finds that soft spot. It's Gonzalez from 3. No good. Rebound. Fought for. Warren scoops it up. Puts up a shot. No good. And a foul. Jalen Yates will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Cardinals. Makes both, make it a 7-point game. Swishes the first. Second. 7-point game here with 10.5 minutes to go in the contest. Titans have felt like they've been firmly in control as Murphy with a shot to Rodolph, who misses. Rebound picked up by the Cardinals. Bullock with a chance. Bullock goes to Gonzalez, back to Bullock. Nothing was there. Bullock back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez finds Yates. Yates in the corner for 3. Got it! Big three for Jalen Yates. Makes it a 4-point game. And he can make it a 3-point game if he sinks his free throw, which he does. It's a 3-point game. Just like that, the Cardinals have done it again. Every time they fall into a major deficit, they immediately come back. As Henderson misses that 3, and it's scooped up by the Cardinals. Bullock fights to the basket. Got it! What a finish by Keith Bullock. And it's a 1-point game, 55-54. The Cardinals continuing to fight back. Henderson fouled on his way to the basket. He'll shoot 2. Excuse me, that was Murphy, not Henderson. Murphy for 2. Sinks the first, makes it a 2-point game. Misses it, tries to grab the rebound. Rodolph grabs it instead. Rodolph flips to Felix. The ref's going to have Felix inbound it. Felix inbounds for Rodolph. Rodolph goes back to Felix. Felix goes out to Header. Hemmer misses. Moore with the rebound. Good rebound by Nick Moore. Moore breaking loose. Fires out instead to Bullock. Bullock feints a pass to Gonzalez. Misses it. That's got to be a jump ball. Jump ball possession to the Cardinals. A 2-point game with 9 minutes and 4 seconds to go. And Catonsville will inbound it. Bullock will do the honors as Christopher Johnson prepares to check into the game. And he will. He'll replace Nick Moore. Moore, rarely used bench player. A fantastic rebound. And he gets a little congratulatory pat on the head by Coach White. Good to see the bench players contributing. Here's Yates with a deep 3. No good. Bounces off the rim into the hands of Rodolph. Rodolph goes to Hemmer. Hemmer to Murphy. Murphy back to Henderson. Henderson back to Rodolph. Rodolph to Felix. It's a passing clinic for the Titans. Murphy fights for it and scores. It's a 4-point game once again, 58-54. Here's Bullock to Gonzalez. Gonzalez to Johnson. Johnson to Bullock. Bullock puts up a shot. Fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. The foul was on Felix. Two shots for Keith Bullock. Makes both of them, he can make it a 2-point game. But he struggled tonight on his free throws. Misses the first. Second one swishes in. It's a 3-point game with 8 minutes to go. Now the Cardinals look to get a stop. Murphy charges at the basket, blocked by Gonzalez. Great block by Joaquin Gonzalez. He struggled scoring offensively today, but defensively he's been great as that's stolen away by Henderson. Henderson, man to beat, gets it in. Henderson, with a steal in the finish, makes it a 5-point game. Foul there was on Trayshawn Warren. He exits the game, replaced by Damian Hopkins. So another scoring opportunity snuffed out for the Cardinals thanks to a mistake. Five-point game, 60-55 to score. That pass, instead of going to another Titan, goes to Gonzalez. And Hopkins just took a finger to the eye. Oh my. That was not pretty. Hopkins was driving to the basket. Got tripped up by a defender. And took a hand to the face, I believe to the eye. And he was writhing on the ground in pain. The athletic staff are checking to make sure. We'll let you know in a second if he's okay, folks. Good news, Hopkins walked off the court. On the bench now, being checked out by the athletic staff. Hopefully he's okay. We'll let you know. But all of our thoughts towards him. Rodoff, back in the action. Under heavy pressure for the defense, almost loses it. Nick Moore in the game. He's replaced Hopkins. Murphy fights to the basket. And he is fouled by Johnson. It'll be 2 shots. 1 and 1 for Murphy. Murphy makes the first. He'll get a second. Misses the second. Rebound Yates. The score with 7 minutes to go, 61-55. Moore finds Bullock. Bullock goes to Gonzalez. Gonzalez was looking for Johnson, and the ball is tipped out of bounds. Titans will take possession. Here is Hemmer. Misses the three badly, but gets the rebound. He'll try again, finds Rodoff. Rodoff goes to Henderson. Henderson puts up a shot, got it. Titans beginning to pull away, 63-55 the score. Titans have jumped out to an 8-point lead. That shot by Gonzalez blocked by Henderson. Hemmer gets control and he's fouled. Hemmer misses his shot. Gonzalez with the rebound. Gonzalez was looking for more and it's stolen away. Rodoff with the finish, and it's a 10-point game, 65-55 with 5 minutes, 45 seconds to go. Now the Cardinals are in desperation mode. Gonzalez couldn't finish it. A foul called on Johnson. Rodoff was the one. The foul was called on Rodoff, so Johnson will go to the line to shoot two. Sinks the first. Second sunk as well. Well, that will make it an 8-point game. Moore nearly slips there. Titans looking to extend their lead. Moore heavily guarding Rodoff. Rodoff with a shot blocked by Yates. Ball kicked. Possession to the Cardinals. Jalen Yates with a big block. Moore flips it to Johnson. Johnson puts up a shot, got it. Johnson makes it a 6-point game. Now the Cardinals defense looking to close up. Henderson wide open for a three, no good. Henderson catches his own rebound, misses the next shot. Johnson with the rebound. Ball knocked out of bounds. Bit of confusion there by the referee as to who got the ball. And they're going to give it, I believe, to the Titans. Coach White in a bit of disbelief there, asking the referees if they needed some help. Rodoff will inbounds it for the Titans. Rodoff finds Felix. Felix to Murphy. Murphy trying to push away. Murphy got too aggressive with Moore, and a foul is drawn. 4.5 minutes to go. And a crucial turnover there, as Malcolm Murphy got a little too aggressive with Nick Moore. Cardinals now with a chance to score. They've had plenty of chances, but they've also had many of those chances have been blown as Moore puts up a shot. Got it! Nick Moore with a big-time jumper. And it's a 4-point game. Henderson finds Murphy on the inbounds pass. Murphy puts up a shot. No good. Rebound Johnson. Here come the Cardinals again. Gonzalez drives to the basket, puts up a floater. No good. Catches his rebound. Puts it up. Fouled. Boy, the momentum swings in this game are just out of control. Every time it feels like the Titans are pulling away, Catonsville comes roaring back. Gonzalez to the line, shooting 2. He has 4 points so far today. Make that 5. The scoring drought is over for Joaquin Gonzalez. Into the game for the Titans comes Tanner Mathos. He replaces Devon Hemmer, as Gonzalez will have one more shot. If he makes it, it's a 2-point game once again. Sinks it. Mathos inbounds quickly to Rodoff. Rodoff finds Murphy. Murphy drives to the basket. And 1. Not only does the basket count, that foul was on Nick Moore. There'll be 1 shot for Murphy, as it is a 4-point lead once again for the Titans. Murphy makes it 5 as he sinks his free throw. And with 4 minutes to go, it is a 5-point lead for the Titans. Moore from 3, sinks it. That was huge, and now it's a 2-point game. Nick Moore off the bench with a huge basket. Rodoff dips it out to Henderson. Henderson for 3, no good. Rebound Johnson. Johnson, Yates from 3. Got it! Jalen Yates gives the Cardinals the lead with 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go with a huge 3 from the corner. The Cardinals are not going down without a fight, and a foul called on Nick Moore. Murphy will go to the line. Murphy sinks it. That'll tie the game at 69. Murphy gives the Titans the lead back. 70-69 is the score. 3 minutes to go. Cardinals are making it tough. Johnson with a jumper, no good. Rebound Murphy, and a foul called. And it's against the Titans. This time, Nick Moore was the recipient of that foul. Moore will go to the line to shoot 2. Sinks the first, we're tied at 70. One more shot for Moore. Got it. Catonsville gets the lead back, and a timeout called by the Cardinals. Boy, what a wild game this has been, ladies and gentlemen. We still have 3 minutes to go in this one. The score 71-70 in favor of the Cardinals. We'll be right back after the timeout. Back from the timeout, 71-70, Catonsville leads. Rodoff gets the inbound pass away to Murphy, who goes back to Rodoff. Henderson for three, sinks it. And it's a 2-point lead for the Titans. Moore fighting through, nearly loses control of the ball, goes out to Yates. Yates finds Gonzalez. Gonzalez contested, goes back to Yates. Yates for three. Not enough power on it. Rebound Mathos. Titans now have a chance to extend their lead. Felix acted like he got fouled there. Not sure if he did or not. Puts up a bit of a weird backhanded shot from the corner. Henderson, no good. Rebound Johnson. Cardinals survive. 2 minutes to go here in the second half. The score 73-71, Titans. Yates drives to the basket and is fouled. Foul was on Rodoff, so Yates will go to shoot two. If he sinks both of them, we have another tie game. First one is a clean swish. Yates ties it and promptly exits the game as in comes Keith Bullock Jr. Murphy inbounds it to Felix, takes it himself with this game scored tied once again. Minute 40 seconds to go. Murphy trying to break away from Bullock. Felix goes to Rodoff, and he's fouled. Moore was leaping to make a stop, and he accidentally kneed Rodoff in the face. Rodoff will shoot two. Misses the first. Minute 30 seconds to go in the second half. The lineup on the field for the Cardinals for these final minute and a half. Yates, Bullock, Gonzalez, Smith, and Johnson. Rodoff makes his second. Johnson called for a charge. Johnson is called for a charge, and a costly turnover there is going to give the ball back to the Titans. Murphy, under pressure from Gonzalez, goes to Felix. Felix extends the lead. It's a 3-point lead now for the Titans. Bullock charging to the basket, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound Mathos. Mathos, pass is stolen away by Johnson, and he gets it. Johnson makes it a 1-point game and a quick timeout called by Catonsville. As we have a full timeout on the floor, ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back. .9 seconds to go in what has been a thrilling game between the Titans of the Community College of Beaver County and the Cardinals of CCBC Catonsville. 76-75 the score. Beaver County leading, and Joaquin Gonzalez just got caught on a costly penalty there. That will send Malcolm Murphy to the line to shoot 2. This game has been a wild one. Every time that Beaver County jumps out to a big lead, Catonsville comes back to tie it, only for the cycle to repeat. Murphy will go to the line to shoot 2. Misses the first. Harmlessly bounces off the rim. If he makes this next one, it'll only be a 2-point game, which means Catonsville can win it on a 3 or tie it. Murphy's second shot is good. The score is 75-77. Catonsville down 2. Gonzalez from 3. Perfect timing! Joaquin Gonzalez, there he is! Huge 3 from Joaquin Gonzalez. We've been waiting all night to see that, ladies and gentlemen. 78-77 with 30 seconds to go. Murphy finds Hemmer, who goes to Rodoff. Rodoff goes to Henderson. Henderson puts up a shot. Got it. 79-78. That gives the lead back to the Titans. (17 seconds, 16 seconds, 15 seconds. This will be the final possession of the game. Cardinals can win it with 2. Bullock driving to the basket. Puts up a shot. No good. Rebound Smith. No good. 1 second left, and it's over. A thrilling finish. Catonsville couldn't get the last shot off in time. Beaver County wins it 79-78. Heartbreak at the Wellness and Athletic Center. The Cardinals coming up just short. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank you for being with us this evening for this thrilling game of basketball. Didn't go the way we wanted for the Cardinals, a 79-78 loss. Next up for the Cardinals, Tuesday evening against the College of Southern Maryland, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Remember, no spectators are allowed, but if you want to catch all the action, you can check in on CCBC Athletics YouTube channel. Until next time, folks, I've been Isaac Donsky. Thank you for tuning in with us this afternoon. Have a great evening.